the state of Georgia tonight, Republican in the U.S. House of Representatives. Congressman Doug Collins is with us. Congressman, your reaction to what the senator there in your home state is doing and the 15 others that have joined him in support of Texas's lawsuit?
Well, I think the reaction is that there's been so much concern about the election security and election integrity here in Georgia and other places that the suit is going forward. It gets into the Supreme Court and brings a lot of this, as the president has said, it brings it into one sort of final push into the Supreme Court. So I think that's what you're seeing right now, is saying, look, this is a original jurisdiction case for the Supreme Court. That means it's not like other Supreme Court cases that they hear. They are actually acting as a trial court, so they can actually look at evidence. They're not determining if something was done wrong in a lower court. They're actually the arbiters of the original jurisdiction here. So it'll be interesting to see. It's an uphill battle, and I think they understood that going forward. And the representatives from Georgia and other places that are supporting this, including myself, say, let's have a hearing. Let's get this finalized, because in Georgia we've got to have some clarity and some more push down here, because what we saw has left a lot of people very concerned about what could happen on January 5th, and that's the biggest issue we got in the country right now, is these senatorial elections down here on January 5th.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to ask you about that in one second, but lastly, what is going on with the Secretary of State Raffensperger that he would not order the signature verification? What's the big deal? I don't even understand a reason why not to order it.
I watched a lot of things with the Secretary of State and his spokesman and all, and they're trying so hard to say nothing was wrong down here. Now let's think about this. There was a run election that a vast majority of the counts were fine, but we saw right now he has over 250 investigations going on out of his own office. This GBI and the governor has ordered that law enforcement can look into this. I want to see more of that. We've seen in cases down here when we, as part of the Trump team, actually asked for a hand recount. We found 10,000 ballots that were never even counted. Not anything to do with what we would say is just the fraud or possibility of fraud we saw in other places, but 10 that were just never counted. That was 3,000 votes to the president. So I guess it's really concerning to me, because Senator Ligon actually just said that there's a consent decree down here that, frankly, they don't want to delve into. They want to say it was good, but the problems going into that consent decree were dealt with trying to placate Democrats, to make them do away with lawsuits that Stacey Abrams and the Democrats brought. And they don't want to discuss the fact that many observers, and myself and many other election attorneys, will actually look at this and say this did weaken the standards for signature verification. Maybe they just don't want to admit the fact that this was probably not a good idea.
No, it's unbelievable, really. Lastly, in about 30 seconds, we got to get people in Georgia out to vote for these two Republican candidates. I wish the system would change. Now, Raffensperger's got to change the system. It's broken. I don't want to go into another broken system, but by no means am I telling people to boycott voting. Will you back me up on that?
I completely back you up on it. In fact, right now it's an obligation for every Trump voter, every conservative voter, the voters who voted for me in the Senate race. Everybody has to get back out and vote, because if you show up and if you don't show up, you don't vote, then we got no hope. We've shined enough light down here on the Secretary of State and the elections office. There's going to be so many more poll workers, so many people watching this. I believe it will be better and we'll get better results, but we've got to, if it doesn't matter what we do to hold them accountable if voters don't show up here in Georgia. I'm backing you up 100% on that one.
Well, Congressman Doug Collins, it's great to have you on the show. Thank you so much. We'll catch you again soon for sure.
Look forward to it. Take care.